The Sydney Roosters' 5-game winning streak has been halted by a professional St George Illawarra unit in the NRL's SCG blockbuster, played before 38,000 fans. It was a sight to behold, Sydney's most revered sporting arena close to capacity on a magic winter's afternoon. This was one of the most highly anticipated encounters that rugby league has witnessed, a day dripping in nostalgia. The Roosters had made the match a celebration of their famed grand final success against St George 35 years ago when they won 38-0, and initially it looked like history might repeat itself when they grabbed the opening try.
And Minicello had hit him on the knees. Now he wants to look at it.
Anthony Minicello almost made a meal of the grounding after initially making contact with his knee, and he may have been fortunate to get the benefit of the doubt. Not so lucky was his teammate Kane Lynette. The Rookie of the Year candidate had his knee bent back awkwardly in the early stages against his former club, sustaining suspected medial ligament damage. Just like 7 days earlier in Brisbane, Saints were sluggish to begin with, but eventually forged a platform from which they could ask some serious questions of the home side's defence.
Came off prey and went forward, I think.
Cooper couldn't claim his 100th career try on that occasion after the video examination spotted Ben Creagh's touch. Nathan Feen returned for his first outing since badly breaking his leg in the opening round, and he added more variety to the Dragons' attack. Within a couple of sets, the Big Red V did something that they couldn't manage on September 20, 1975.
For Creagh. Gasnier, no look, and Nightingale goes in to score. Nightingale had scored. That had Gasnier polish on it too.
St George Illawarra came close to jagging another one, this time in the member stand corner, when Brett Morris nearly scored on a ground his father enjoyed great success on.
Did he keep his feet in the air?
However, his foot found the chalk before the ball met the in-goal. Remarkably, the half-time score of 6-4 to the Roosters was the same as their Anzac Day battle. The Tricolours had been under siege from Saints in the latter stages of the first 40, but it was almost as if they were waging war on each other in the second.
Carney's in Disneyland, and that's just not far away.
However, they also inflicted a few deep bruises on their opponents as well.
Another scalp on the belt.
With the NRL's new hitman, Mosey Maseo, targeting anyone in red and white with devastating effect. The Roosters almost extended their advantage when Jake Friend spied an avenue before throwing an ill-advised pass.
Oh, the legs were pumping, but someone just had him by the shorts and held him back.
The Chooks hooker went high on Bo Scott soon after, which gave Jamie Soward a shot to square the match up at 6 apiece. The biggest moment of a memorable affair came with the clock heading towards the hour mark and Ben Creagh hurtling towards Randwick.
Creagh, he's got one to beat, he's in the backfield, he will score!
In such a tight encounter, Soward sensibly opted to furnish his team with a 7-point cushion. The courageous Eastern Suburbs side were out on their feet, but that man Carney provided the lift they were looking for.
Carney, now they've isolated Morris, have they?
The brilliant pivot not only defied the Dragons' defence but the setting sun as well to make it a 1-point ball game. From the kick-off, the pendulum swung back Saints' way.
Oh, knocked them down on their own line.
But Brian Smith's boys weren't going to die wondering, as Anthony Minicello sent Sean Kenny-Dowell on a magical mystery tour of the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Morris is chasing him. Morris makes it. He makes the tackle.
Which climaxed with the Dragons countering in thrilling fashion.
Metre line. He's over the 30-metre line. He's gone inside the 20-metre line.
A few tackles later, Dean Young speared through the fatigued defence.
Third tackle. Here's Dean Young. He's over the line. Dean Young has scored. That should be it.
Then Soward stepped up to seal the success.
From 12 in, it's on its way for success.
The 1912 win was a just reward for Wayne Bennett in his 600th game as a head coach, but he'll mostly be relieved to avoid a third straight defeat and now have one hand on the club's second straight minor premiership. David Rowlands, Big Pond Sport.